Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be showcasing Paragon 2 heroes attacking Paragon 4 heroes in Supreme Arena and see, is it even possible to compete anymore? We're on the Vietnam server. I want to show you just how powerful these Paragon buffs are. And yeah, so take a look at the damage chart. This is team number 1. We're going to see it in action. So on Now's side he has Paragon 2 heroes. And this is the team formation he's running. The opponent has the Hypogean Celestial Heroes all at Paragon 4 capped out. Now, in terms of the difference in rivalry stats, they're going to be receiving up to 36% damage boost and damage reduction, whereas Paragon 2 heroes are going to have 14% damage boost and damage reduction. Then also the inspiration and intimidation new stats, 36% for the Paragon 2 heroes, or for the Paragon 4 heroes, sorry, and for the Paragon 2 heroes it is going to be again 14%. So that is a huge basically gap between the two of them. You can see from the damage chart what is going to probably happen, but we're going to take a look at the replay right now. And let's watch it on 1x speed. Okay. So we have the Hypogean Celestials right here. And yeah, that is basically it. They cannot do any damage to our side. They can't even break Fresher's shield by the time that it runs off. The only hero taking damage is the Talene. So that is going to basically show you the difference. And now, of course, this is Hypogean Celestial team versus a Wilder team. The faction talents are a little bit differently upgraded. However, you kind of saw in that fight just how dominant the Paragon 4 heroes are going to be. Like, I mean, even if you were talking about a mirror match, it is just going to be stomping them into the ground with a Paragon 4 version of the same team. Okay, guys, let's look at the Team 2 over here. So the Team 2 is even more depressing. Basically, the only hero to actually take any damage on the Paragon 4 side was the Dundinger. And this is a Paragon 3 Burial, Paragon 2 Odie. Both are running Hypogean Celestial buff tiles. But yeah, I mean, Diurnal with all of these crazy Paragon buffs, that is like the scariest thing that you're going to be facing. I want to see how much damage his arrows deal. And okay, so there we go. He begins with so much initial energy. One arrow and boom, cast the ultimate. And that is game over within 7 seconds. Yeah, okay. So Paragon buffs are too powerful. Yes, I know, like, we needed to see the actual evidence of this, but this is really just displaying how crazy these buffs actually are. And I think a lot of it is really the fact that they're doing two things at one time. They're not only sort of balancing the Paragon by maybe slightly boosting the damage boost and damage reduction. They're really massively increasing the damage boost and damage reduction, especially for the Paragon 3 and Paragon 4 upgrades. And they're also adding in the inspiration intimidation, which is kind of just the unnecessary, like, bonus that is just making things go crazy. Because it's increasing basically the value of the attack buffs on your team, the buffs, all sorts of heist buffs, all the buffs, and like Diurnal buffs himself up, right? All of them are increased in value due to the inspiration, and intimidation is really negating the opponent's buffs and making them even less effective. So this is just, yeah, it's out of control. I think that there's definitely, balancing has to be done at this point. There is no other option than to do that. This was just overkill. I didn't really understand, and I made the free-to-play video yesterday, like going into this season. I wasn't sure if, for example, like the developers are planning to actually, like, for example, I don't know if they're going to fully revert these changes, because I feel like it would be strange for them to include such crazy buffs and then fully revert it back, because I think there probably are some people out there who want some sort of Paragon buffs, but now like the buffs are just way out of control. It's like extreme, overly extreme. And so what I think will probably happen, like, I'm fully fine with a full reversion, and I think that a lot of the community would be fine with that. But I feel like probably some compromise is actually going to be made. But definitely, as it stands right now, the buffs are way out of control. Like, you've seen basically what just happened here. It's just absolute decimation. You could probably be running literally the worst PvP heroes at Paragon 4 and be baiting out Paragon 2 and below teams. And when you actually have the good teams at Paragon 4, it's just don't even think about touching them. Like, this is not even just like, for example, overpowering. This is just absolute, like, you do not even have a chance. You cannot even take a single breath in this fight, basically. That's what is happening here. Okay, let's watch the final match. So his final match, he's running Harak, right? Harak with the Wilders, probably Harak and Lily May on the buff tiles. You would think this would do pretty well, right? And also the opponent, like the Paragon 4 opponent, he's running Tassi, who's kind of a slow hero to charge up. Even the Shakir did more damage combined than all of the 3 heroes on Nao's side. So let's take a look at this replay and see what happens here. Okay. So, I mean, the enemy is dealing some damage to our Shakir, but, like, not anything in comparison to how low the enemy, like, Nao's Shakir has been taken. And then it is just over. So, like, I mean, and also you have to keep in mind, this is without charms, without maxed out faction talent trees. Basically what happens is when you have faction talent trees maxed and you have the charms maxed, then the whales become even more powerful. So I think that one solution could be completely removing inspiration and intimidation, like completely backrolling on that, and having maybe some boost in damage reduction for the higher Paragon levels, because I think also the issue like people had was that you're paying like 50% higher price to upgrade from Paragon 2 to Paragon 3 compared to below that, and you're gaining the same bonuses. Like I mentioned to you guys, I thought that the reason for that is it's kind of like a tax, like you can get more upgrades, but it's going to cost you higher for the same amount of boost. So I was like, it makes sense, but like I guess maybe some people are upset or they wanted something more from that. But anyway, I don't know. I feel like because now I think they want to make everyone happy. And I think one way of doing that is completely removing inspiration and intimidation, and maybe even reducing some of the buffs to the other stats, the damage boost, damage reduction, but at the very least, I think inspiration and intimidation need to be cut, because it's overkill. Like you're seeing it right now. It's just like I mean, before this, these Paragon 4 teams are still difficult to beat. Don't get me wrong. With Paragon 2 heroes, it is difficult for you to beat them. However, you had a chance, right? When you're looking at how these fights are playing out, there is no chance. I cannot imagine any type of strategic mastermind being able to break through these teams. It's just, they're out of reach. Okay, and the same is going to happen to regular arena, right? If you have such massive inspiration intimidation boost, Paragon 4 heroes are just going to completely crush even maybe Paragon 3, but definitely Paragon 2 and below. There's not even a question about it. I want to show you guys something. So we have the regular arena. This is going to be really interesting because it's kind of convenient. I think the enemy guild are kind of sharing their team formation because both Law and HA are using the same teams to attack an exact same team formation. Now, HA has been attacking him like, I don't know, he's attacked him 5 times with this new team formation, and 2 of them victories for now and 3 of them fails. But when you look at how it is for the Law, and Law has like basically 1 tier higher Paragon. He has Paragon 3 heroes compared to now who has Paragon 2 heroes. It is like, when you're looking at these damage charts, you're like, I don't think there's any way that now would actually be able to defend it. But against HA, he does manage to defend it sometimes when he's on equal Paragon field, right? Almost equal. Paragon 2, Paragon 1s on both teams. Okay, so we're going to watch the Law replay and watch this domination and compare it to the HA replay where now actually ended up winning and see what is the difference and watch it. Okay, so now is the red side, right? And you just watch the health bar of the green heroes, or like the heroes in green, because we want to see, are they at any risk of dying at all? No. So far, everyone has been topped off on health. The red heroes are almost all dead. And okay, the Lily May of the green health hero is getting taken down a bit. She could potentially die with amazing RNG, but it's looking very one-sided, right? This is looking incredibly one-sided, and this is only Paragon 3 versus Paragon 2, which before this change, it was nothing like this. It would never be this one-sided. I know that the attacker is using a better formation probably to attack the defender. However, we're just going to show you now with HA, who has Paragon 2 heroes. He has actually failed with that same formation attacking now. So we're going to take a look at this one. Yeah, so now he's running Paragon 2 Lily May, Paragon 2 Tassi, Paragon 1 Taylene. And HA is running Paragon 2 Lily May, Paragon 2 Taylene, and Paragon 1 Tassi. It's almost equivalent, right? Paragon 2 Feresto. Almost equivalent. And now is able to defend. Now watch, it is basically, I think, the same team formation that is being run. And the red health bars are going down, but the green health bars are going down too. Look at the Rainier, look at the Tassi. Tassi's getting low on health. Damien goes down for Now's team, the red. And the green team, Lily May, is also going low on health, and that is probably going to be the deciding factor, because against Law, there was no way you were killing that Lily May, even though she went down to 50% health. But here against HA, I think there will be a way for Now to kill the Lily May, and that is going to be what he needs. So the green Tailian is casting, and she's getting a lot of value because she's not getting interrupted here. But the Tassi of Now is going to cast. Lily May is still alive, and the green Lily May has gone down. So it's just the Tassi and the Tailian standing for the green side, and red side has almost all of their heroes. Yeah, all of their heroes are still alive, and there we go. So on equal Paragon field, you can fight. But when you are Paragon 2 versus Paragon 3, good luck. You're gonna need really good strategic defense. As it stands right now, you're gonna need really good strategic defense, and you're gonna need the opponent to actually bring a bad offense into you. If they even mirror match you, Paragon 3 to Paragon 2, as it currently stands, I think you're going down. Because think about it, the Paragon 3 is now 11% damage boost, damage reduction higher, which is almost 2 Paragon tiers of the previous, before the buff, right? So you're basically, a Paragon 3 is basically like a Paragon 4 onto you, and actually even more than a Paragon 4 onto a Paragon 2, because you have Inspiration and Intimidation too. So right now, it is out of control. Something needs to change. And I think a lot needs to change, honestly. I think even just removing Inspiration Intimidation might not be enough. They might have to go down on the damage boost and damage reduction as well. Like, I think the 11% damage boost and damage reduction per Paragon tier from Paragon 2 onwards, that's too much. Because Paragon 3 is really dominating Paragon 2 now. Yeah. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this. This was interesting, at least to see this in action and to see the domination. But something needs to change. Like, I was unsure about it because I didn't see any practical testing. But after you really see this, it's kind of really clear that this is just not possible. We cannot have the game continue with this level of Paragon buffs. It has to be something different. But anyway, guys, let me know your opinion. I'll do more testing when Supreme Arena comes out and when we have arena attacks on this account. I think this is actually a really good account to do testing on, because even though we don't have the Paragon 4 heroes ourselves, we can attack other people with Paragon 4 or Paragon 3s, and we can attack, like with our Paragon 2s, we can attack Paragon 3s, we can attack Paragon 1s and see the difference. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. That's going to be it for this video. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.